Three.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Max.
And I'm Zona.
And we're the Chatterbox Chicks. Today's topic is shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
With the Chatterbox Chicks.
I love that. We need to do that once a month.
I totally agree.
Shooting the shit. Just whatever comes to our mind.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, first of all, that we've been a little bit on a hiatus for a little bit. So a lot of the new videos that you guys have been seeing have actually been in our vault. So we hope you've been enjoying those.
Yes. The vault is empty.
The vault is empty, so we have started again.
Yes, we need to get some more in the vault for times when we don't feel like doing a video.
Yes.
Or we can't because we're on vacation or we're sick.
Yes, exactly. We're not sick though, so that's not why we were on hiatus.
No.
But we've also been temporarily relocated.
Yes.
We are not in our studio like we normally are.
No.
But this is okay, and we'll be here for the foreseeable future, but we're still going to be cracking out those awesome videos.
Yes, we
for
will.
you.
And maybe we'll see if we can do a little something in the background. If not,
Yes.
you're going to be looking at a china cabinet.
Yes,
Which is fine.
for your listening pleasure.
Yes, and viewing pleasure.
So Zona, how are you today?
I'm good, but speaking of when you said we're not sick, what do you think about the no mask? If you're vaccinated, the no mask policy.
Oh my gosh. I do want to say that I know that you have seen all of our videos and you know that Zona and I have not been very good with wearing masks. I think we wore masks for our tasting things, right? When we taste stuff.
Yep.
As a blindfold.
Now, my son is going to watch this video.
Yes.
And he hates that we don't
Yes,
wear
he's
masks.
always commenting that we don't wear masks.
And we should have been. We should have.
Okay, but you guys know my stance on this. Zona and I have been together for a very long time.
I'm a vaxxer.
And we have not had any issues.
No.
Not to say that we could.
Right.
We totally could. There's always a possibility.
Right. And according to the CDC, just a couple days ago,
Yep.
I am fully vaccinated. I don't have to wear a mask outdoors, indoors, or at large gatherings anymore.
So, in other words, we are back to normal.
Yes.
Which is perfect since we just had for summer. Summer just started.
It did.
I'm going to be completely honest. You know, since we are shooting this shit with the Chatterbox Chicks, I know Zona doesn't agree with me with this, but I'm just going to say this out loud. I don't think it is right that people go around asking you if you're vaccinated. It seems like it's a very
I agree with
personal
that.
question. It's like me looking at you and say, "Hey Zona, did you put your underwear on today?"
Well, I would say yes.
But yeah, would you find that a little? If
it
a
is
stranger
personal
comes up to you and goes, "Did you put your underwear on today?" Would you like be like? Why
I would
are you
be
asking me
like, you're
that?
an effing idiot, get out of my face. But that's me. But I do, even though I'm a vaxxer and you haven't gotten the vaccine, not that you're not a vaxxer, she just hasn't gotten it. I still think that is a very personal choice.
It is.
And I sometimes think the people that are asking that almost want to start like a little, like if you haven't got it and they are vaxxers, then it's almost like starting this.
It seems to me when people ask you that question, they're judging you.
Well, they are.
They're trying to see what your answer is going to be.
To respond a certain
It's
way.
almost like when they ask you, did you vote for Biden?
Or Trump. Who's going to
Exactly.
say that?
Yeah. Do you know
No
what I mean? It's really personal. Or do you go to church regularly? These are all very personal things.
Yes.
And whether or not I get the vaccine or Zona wants to get the vaccine, that's between us and our families.
Yeah, and that's something that, because she is my bestie, we can talk about. And we don't have judgment. But for someone just willy-nilly to come up
out of the blue, it drives me crazy. And
what do you respond when they do, Maxine? Do you just say,
I feel like I always have to explain myself.
Right?
Just a little broad thing is I have a lot of bad reactions to certain things. I've had bad reactions to medications. I've had bad reactions to other vaccines. So I am honestly just waiting to see how it all plays out. It's just my personal thing.
Right.
I'm not saying that I'm never going to get vaccinated. Okay.
Just not right now.
But also knowing the facts that this is not something that is going to keep me from getting COVID.
Right.
is another reason why I'm like, well, okay, well, if it's just going to suppress my symptoms or whatever, and I haven't gotten it or anything yet, knock on wood, of course. And of course, I don't want to ever get sick. No one wants to get sick.
Right.
But I feel that I'm really not in my life a very high risk candidate for COVID.
Right.
Let's just say it like that. I'm very fortunate. I do not really work outside my home. Of course I do. This was, this. So I love this, of course.
Well, and you homeschool.
And
so
I
you do a lot of events.
I homeschool my kids. Well, I really don't. You say that, and yes,
But
I
with the
used
same
to.
group. Yes.
But I'm around the same people.
Yeah.
I have stopped hugging people. I don't hug anymore.
Yeah.
I used to be a huge hugger. I don't.
She
do
is a
that.
huge hugger.
And I keep my social distance. And I even got. I don't know if anyone has. On my
mask.
phone. No, you're gonna love this.
Oh.
On my phone, there's a hand washing thing.
What do you mean?
It tells you when to wash your hands.
Like every 5 minutes? Like, I don't get it.
I'll get a notification. Have you washed your hands in a while? You just got somewhere. Go wash your hands.
Why does it do that?
It's something you can program on your phone, on the iPhone.
Well, I have the iPhone.
And I also have a new watch. Check out my watch.
Wow.
Yes, I got this watch. And so the watch is, not only does it do hand washing.
Oh, gosh.
It takes my pulse.
Oh, and your heart.
And takes my oxygen thing
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So, oh my God. And you know what else it can do? It detects when I fall. I'm like one of those, I'm falling and I can't
It's
get
for
up
older people. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I did not put the fall thing on. The reason why I did not put the fall thing on is because I fell a couple of, like a week ago.
What do they do? Immediately call like a...
Well, what they'll do is they'll say, oh, like, we've seen you fallen. Do we need to call 911? And you have to put on the watch. I'm okay.
What if you don't have time to put okay? Then they're going to call 911 anyways when you don't really need them.
Well, if it's a good-looking paramedic coming to my house, I could totally need him.
No comment.
Anyway, so that's our whole take on the vaccine. Let us know what do you guys think? Do you think asking someone if they've had the vaccine or if you're vaccinated is okay?
Or you're right to do.
Yeah. I think it's, do you think that you're even like doctors, like people that you see, like psychologists or whatever, I would think a doctor would say, have you had the vaccine? Because they need to know that. But I think like a psychologist or something even say, I think that's a little invasive. Like, what does that have to do with the Tri-City in China?
Well, I just think that they're a doctor, and just from a medical standpoint, well, at least my psychologist, what if she wants to open up the practice, because I do it through video, I don't see anything wrong with her asking. If they're in the medical profession.
Once again, then this is what a lot of people don't get, is you getting the vaccine has no bearing on her.
No.
Because you guys both can still
get
COVID.
And that is why the people that get the vaccine, well, if they don't understand that, they're stupid and they don't know their information. But for my family, we got the vaccine because we are all higher risk with our weight. My husband is over a certain age. And so we did it with the basis of knowing if we should get it, that our symptoms at least would be less or manageable, that we wouldn't end up in the ICU on a ventilator. That is the reason we did it.
And that is great. And that is a great reason. But what I'm not understanding, and guys, put this out there, comments, set me straight, whatever you want to do. I'm not understanding what my thing about getting the vaccine has to do with other people getting the vaccine, since we can all still get COVID.
Okay, well, I have an answer to that.
Well,
and I don't know if this is correct, so they can correct me.
Yes.
I want to say, this is what I have seen on TV, but I don't know if it's correct.
Okay.
Because if different strands, so if we all get vaccinated, the majority of the population, then there is a less chance for different strands to manipulate or come out, and then we would be back to square one because we'd have to deal with that strand. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, but how does that make sense?
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying that's what I've heard.
Because think about it. Because this vaccine, right, that has come out,
yes,
right, it is. They have said, and see, this would be the difference if they said, "Hey, this is a vaccine that is going to prevent you from getting COVID," like the chickenpox vaccine,
right,
prevented you from getting chickenpox, right? I know it for sure. It worked too because my kids had the chickenpox vaccine, and we went to the beach with someone who had the chickenpox, and they were around that person,
and they did not get it.
They did not get chickenpox. So
don't most people get
that? Did work,
but 100%. your whole family has had all their vaccinations.
Yeah,
like mine.
We are definitely. I would call us
vaxxer.
Okay, I'm now at the point because I have older teenagers now. I actually, and you guys might think I'm wrong on this, but I've actually put that in, like I have a 16-year-old, and we just went to the doctor recently, and I put it in his hands to decide what he wanted to do with his body. Because think about it. I mean, honestly, if you guys are overprotective parents, which I am, and I do think sometimes I'm very overprotective, at some point when they are 18, it is their legal right anyway. So we might as well start letting go early.
Right.
So my son made decisions for himself.
Right.
And I actually do feel good about it. Now, I have a 14-year-old, so I am still making decisions for him.
Right.
But I will say that I do feel that, since I have an older child, that I will probably allow him to do make decisions for his health when he becomes that age too.
Yes.
That's kind of the thinking that I am.
Yes.
And I kind of think that a lot of parents that have kids our kids' age, that's kind of like how people do things now. It used to be that your parents made decisions for you all the way up until you were 18 years old.
Yeah, but it's different.
And then you were like thrown out to the wolves, and you're like, I don't know how to make a decision. Let me call mom.
Yeah, especially on something medical.
But now,
I think it's good that they're doing it.
Do too.
And I think for especially, well, actually any teenager, if there is a situation where maybe someone's pregnant and they don't feel like it's safe to go to their family, or if someone has an STD.
Do you know we just went to the doctor the other day, and they will keep that confidential for them?
Yes, but that is a good thing, because if you remember back in the day, I mean, there are people, girls that would get abortions and other things. Not that I'm against abortions. I'm not for or against.
We're not going to share.
It's non-judgment. But there are some girls that would go and do it in a back alley just because they were so scared of the repercussions from their family, and that's not right either.
Right.
But back to the vaccine, I would say it's like the flu. You get vaccinated for the flu strand that was the year before.
Oh, it was the year before?
Yes, because they don't know the new strand of the flu.
Yes, but I thought when you get the flu vaccine, which actually I don't even get the flu vaccine either. I had a bad reaction to the flu vaccine.
I've gotten it sometimes.
I thought when you get the flu vaccine, it means you can't get the flu.
See, that's something I don't know.
I think it is. I think the flu vaccine actually prevents you from getting that flu. Now, if they would have said to us, this COVID vaccine will prevent you from getting COVID, well, that is a completely different
Well, that's
thing.
a no-brainer.
Then you're like, okay, well, obviously I do not want COVID.
Right.
So I will get the vaccine. But this whole thing, the media, everyone has said the vaccine doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. All it does is change your symptoms, which, Zona, I don't know if you realize this or not, it's not a guarantee either.
Yes, but the likelihood, it's not a guarantee, but the percentage.
Yes.
So that's why our family decided to do it.
So people that I know personally that had COVID, and I'm still on the fence of whether or not we've had it. I feel like we may have had it.
And you just didn't know.
Back when
Right.
COVID wasn't popular.
Yeah, or
I
just
say it like
right.
that. COVID wasn't popular. COVID wasn't a pandemic yet. But I will say that everyone that I have known that has had COVID has not had it bad. I have a friend that had it. The only thing that they had a problem with was they had a bad cold, lost the sense of smell.
Right.
I have someone else that got COVID. Are you ready for this one?
Sure.
Their family didn't even get it. It was just them.
Yes.
So I mean so when I see that, and also I know you and I've had this discussion before, when I see the recovery of COVID,
Right.
the recovery rate is so big.
Right.
That to me also says, hey Max, let's just wait a little bit.
Right.
Let's
Makes
see
sense.
what's gonna happen.
That makes sense.
And
for
that's
you,
I know a lot of people on here, are probably gonna say, you're an idiot, you really should get vaccinated. Fine, you can tell me I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Or you could tell me I'm an idiot for getting vaccinated.
Whatever
you want to do, we don't
I'm
care.
going to tell you straight out. Zona is not an idiot for getting vaccinated.
She's not an idiot
I
either.
have known her for a long time. And one of the things I feel that really works well with us, which is with this Chatterbox Chick, is we are the closest of friends, but we have completely different views
on some things. Yeah.
On something.
Yeah.
We have a lot of same views on things
Yes.
too, but we have different views. So that's
And
why
there's no
it's good
judgment between us.
No judgment.
And we
ever.
could sit here and talk about COVID forever.
I know.
And go back and forth on why and not
Yeah,
why.
I know.
But it's a moot point.
It's not.
It's a moot point for us.
I do have to say that I was happy to read that now they feel that masks don't have to be required anymore.
For people that have had, right.
Yes, I do feel I was happy about that. And I was also happy to see that I think, and you guys can also fact check me on this too, I think we're almost to the point of herd immunity.
Oh, no, I don't know that. I haven't seen anything about that, so I can't comment on that.
I think I did think that.
Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Zona.
And we're the Chatterbox Chicks. Have a great day. Bye.
Yes, bye.